In this video, I'm going to explain the basic rules of the use of the reflexive verbs in the Spanish language. First, let's see what a reflexive verb is, and then I'll discuss the form and the place of them. A reflexive verb is a verb whose direct object is the same as its subject. This direct object is also known as the reflexive pronoun. To hurt oneself, to enjoy oneself, and to wash oneself are all examples of reflexive verbs in the English language, and the reflexive pronouns are shown in red. I hurt myself when I fell down the stairs. He enjoyed himself immensely at the beach party. Elephants wash themselves in the river. Now, reflexive verbs are much more common in Spanish than in English, and many are used in everyday language. You can identify reflexive verbs by the verb ending, which always includes the reflexive pronoun se at the end of the infinitive form of the verb. A few examples: lavarse, to wash oneself; presentarse, to present oneself, but also llamarse, to be called; levantarse, to get up; irse, to leave; despertarse, to wake up; acostarse, to go to bed; maquillarse, to put on makeup. And from the examples you see that there are many verbs that are reflexive in Spanish, but not in English. The conjugation of reflexive verbs is done in the same way as non-reflexive verbs. In this example, we will conjugate the verb to wash oneself. We will start with the personal pronouns, and then we conjugate the verb lavar. Lavo, lavas, lava; lavamos, lavais, lavan. Now, all we have to do now is add the reflexive pronoun to the verb. Me lavo, I wash myself. Te lavas, you wash yourself. Se lava, she, he, it washes her, him, or itself. Nos lavamos, we wash ourselves. Os laváis, you wash yourselves. And se lavan, they wash themselves. We also do this with a verb that is reflexive in Spanish, but not in English. Llamarse, to be called. We start with the personal pronouns and the conjugation of llamar. Llamo, llamas, llama, llamamos, llamáis, llaman. And then we add reflexive pronouns. Me llamo, my name is. Te llamas, your name is. Se llama, her, his, or its name is. Nos llamamos, our name is. Os llamáis, your name is. And se llaman, their name is. And finally, the place in the sentence. The reflexive pronoun goes right before the finite verb. Me lavo, te lavas, se lava, nos lavamos, os laváis, se lavan. This also applies to sentences in the present perfect tense. I've washed myself, me he lavado, he being the finite verb in the sentence. We have washed ourselves, nos hemos lavado. Now, the place of the reflexive pronoun changes when there's an infinitive in the sentence. Then the reflexive pronoun is attached to this infinitive. I'm going to get up, voy a levantarme. He is going to wash himself, va a lavarse. We are going to dress ourselves, vamos a vestirnos. And now you know what a reflexive verb is, its form, and the place in the sentence.